Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for mid-November 2024. You have this Thinker card and this Yin Energy card. Both of those cards would say that it is a good time to think. So if you are thinking about anything, I would just take your time. This Yin Energy card is kind of like the Four Swords in some ways. It's kind of like more of a passive energy of, resting, relaxing, recovering, thinking, planning, all those things. So it's kind of like the feminine energy card in this deck. And, so being creative would also be a great thing to do. I think we're in an amazing time for creativity, especially after the 19th when Pluto goes into Aquarius. I mean, it's going to be really, really good for those of you that, do anything creative or want to do anything creative. I always say I think people think of Aquarius as, innovation, which it definitely is innovation, but innovation is creative. So, anything creative that comes into your mind, I would definitely work on those creative projects or creative ideas. You start in your current general energies as the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is stability. It can represent holding on too tightly to a comfort zone, but I don't feel too bad about it in your reading. I mean, I think a lot of you, well, let's put it this way. You go Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, which is you, Capricorn, to the Nine of Pentacles. It's like you're just working on, wealth, abundance, money, whatever. So I think a lot of you are just working on stabilizing your finances, which is a great thing to do. And so I would just keep doing whatever you're doing. The Four of Pentacles is also about getting into alignment. He has a pentacle here and a pentacle here, one over his head, one over his heart. And, one of my favorite people of all time, Greg Braden, says, when your head and your heart become one, you can move mountains. So if you are working on getting into alignment towards a goal, wish or dream, whatever it is, then I think the Four of Pentacles is also very positive. Your crossing energy is the Two of Wands. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you in a Celtic cross. So the Two of Wands is about getting out into the world. He has the whole world in his hands, but the story of the Two of Wands is that he is in a comfort zone, kind of like the Four of Pentacles. So the story of him is that he rushed to a finish line and he didn't enjoy the journey, and he just has accomplished something, and he thinks that he knows everything. He thinks that he has accomplished everything that there is to accomplish and that nothing will be different. But if he gets out into the world, then things will be different for him. Things will improve. And I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, like, go explore the world. A lot of people get this energy right now. I think a lot of people are still stuck in COVID mode. I don't think people will truly actually feel set free until after January of 2026, or basically January 2026. Neptune leaves Pisces. Pisces is illusions, fantasies, things like that. So that, it was really unfortunate to have a plague basically during Neptune and Pisces. I predicted it in 2016 that there would be some sort of plague or whatever, because Neptune and Pisces can rule disease and or cause disease. So I literally predicted this years ago, that something would happen. And again, I think that we really won't break the illusion until probably 2026. But again, astrology is not a hard start or a hard stop. Astrology is kind of like a spectrum, if you can, or like a gradient. Maybe that's a better way to put it. As we get to the end, the energy starts to lessen. So we only have one more year left, and people can break the trance now because you're watching me, because I'm telling you to, right? It's like, astrology is not a prison sentence. You can work with the energy and set yourself free now, just realizing that the trance doesn't really exist anymore, and you can break free. And that's what I would do. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Six of Pentacles. I think you're thinking about what you're giving to, or what you want to give to, or what you want to invest in. Everything, right? Money, time, effort, attention, all energies. I think you are thinking about, all the things that you put energy into. And yeah, again, you have the Thinker card and the Yin Energy card. I think it would be a great time. I mean, Mercury retrograde is a great time for analysis. And even though the Six of Pentacles isn't really analysis, Seven of Pentacles is analysis, I think it would be a great time for you to just think about, where you put your energy and what's worth it, what's not worth it, and what can you double down on, which I'm a big fan of. And that's what I would do with this card. In the area of your foundation, you have the Hermit. The Hermit, again, not a bad card, but I do feel it's time for you. If you have been in Hermit mode, I do feel it's time for you to get out of Hermit mode. So the Hermit has gone through a dark night of the soul, and he has now found his inner light by doing some soul searching. And it's time for him to open up. I always say he needs to shine that light out all over the place, and he needs to shine his light to the world. This is not accurate tarot, but I believe that the Hermit's next step is to come down from the mountain. He's been in isolation, but when we isolate ourselves, it becomes very tempting to stay in isolation because you're protecting yourself and you're not being hurt or anything like that at the top of the mountain. So I think it's time to come down from the mountain. Next, in the area of the past, this is the energy of what you are moving past. You have this flamingo spirit, says embrace the in-between. You have this cat spirit, says claim your independence. You have Nine of Pentacles. I think that you have been working on your independence, like being able to take care of yourself, being able to heal yourself, nurture yourself, all that other good stuff. The flamingo says that you've been kind of like feeling stuck, which is obvious because of Pluto and Capricorn. And, the flamingo card is kind of like my purgatory card. It kind of says you're not moving forwards, you're not moving backwards. It's like things aren't terrible, but things aren't great either. And it's kind of like very annoying. It's that, feeling like you're on the razor's edge, like you're about to make a change, but you can't. And I feel you've been feeling that, but luckily it's coming up in the past. You have the Seven of Swords also in the past. The Seven of Swords could say a million things, honestly, in the past. It could say that you're leaving behind trickiness or tricky people or liar, cheater, stealers. It could also say that you are leaving behind things, taking things too seriously. He has these polka dots on his cloak. And the polka dots in the tarot can represent like lighthearted energy, needing to not take things too seriously. Polka dots can come up when maybe we're worrying too much about things that we have no control over, or maybe the universe wants us to just be more playful or have more fun. So again, the good news is like I feel like you're releasing the energy of being too serious, and you're being more playful, which is great. Next, in the area of your very near future, you have this reflect card. Can't make that up. we were talking about, basically reflecting on where you put your energy. And you have this create card. Can't make that up either. We were talking all about creation. Yeah, I really feel you're going to benefit greatly, from creative energies, or from being creative or using creative ideas or innovative ideas. And, that's really what I would focus on here with this energy. Like I said, I think it's an amazing time. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, so, I think it's going to be an amazing time for you to reflect. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is you, Capricorn, showing up in a strong position. Whenever you show up as yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So a lot of you are just kind of showing up in a strong position here. I really feel that you are kind of improving your finances in some big way. And so any of you that are like trying to make more money, you could be becoming more resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles focuses on her resources, and she might not have what she needs to do something, but she will find a way to be resourceful and to get what she needs. So it's an amazing time of resourcefulness for you. Next, in your outcome positions, you have this be true to who you are. It says fear will not stop you from shining. Shine, yes. Hermit, you need to shine bright. You have this be still card. It says cultivate a space of stillness, silence to just be. The whole entire reading says that. The yin energy, the reflect card. So I think stillness is going to be very good for you. I also feel like you need to let go of your fears and shine bright with that Hermit card. You need to let something out. In the area of the next few months, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Really good. Nine of Pentacles is independence, being able to take care of yourself. It's pre-Empress energy, kind of, I wouldn't really call this a glow-up yet. Like, to me, for a reading to be a glow-up reading, I need, like, the Empress, the Sun, and the Star in the reading. But you do have the Star in the Hermit's Lantern there, and you have this card, which is the pre-Empress energy, so you're close. But I kind of feel that you are maybe working on glowing or shining your inner light and, kind of bringing attention to things that make you special, which is what she's doing on this card. She has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot represent something that is difficult to grow, but she can do it well, so she is kind of putting her skills on display, and I think it would be an amazing time for you to put your skills on display. I also think that it would be an amazing time to focus on your focus. She is training her focus right here with this falcon, and she's training herself to focus on what she wants, so I would make sure that you are focusing on what you want. Next, in your closest relationships, this is all relationships, not just love. You have the King of Swords. King of Swords kind of like a little cold energy. I don't know what I feel here, Capricorn. I don't think... I kind of feel like people think that you are being cold. I don't mean that in a mean way. I have a shit ton of Capricorn in my chart, and I get accused by people in my life of being cold all the time. And I'm also an Aquarius rising, so, Aquarius rising is heartless. But what I would say here is, really, I'm not, right? And So what I would say here is like maybe be more open, be more friendly, go have more fun, be more playful with the Seven of Swords, spend time with people who matter to you. And, those are the things that I would be doing with the King of Swords energy. The King of Swords is also an energy of discernment and kind of like being able to tell what's right and what's wrong for you. And so I would pay close attention to that with your connections, all connections. On top of that, I do feel like this could be a person who's coming in for you. So again, it could be, a person that's hard to read, could be an air sign with the King of Swords, could be any sign, general reading. It could also be someone who's older than you, but they could be a little bit hard to read. I feel like I say this to you all the time though. So maybe there's like a person in your energy field. It kind of gives me the energy of someone, like I feel like I said this in your last reading. It could be like a person you work with or a person you're friends with or something, because it just feels like this person is around you, or even if they're not physically around you, they're in your energy field. So I definitely see that, and there you go. I don't know what I was going to say. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect, so I would pay attention to where you put your energy. The King of Swords in the Justice card is law and order, so some of you could be bringing more order, or you could be bringing more law and order to your life, more balance, and I feel that would be a good thing. Your outcome here is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is marriage, of course. I don't, unless you're already with a person, I don't think you're going to get married like right now. You could be meeting a person maybe that you could marry in the future, but the Four of Wands is a card of freedom, and it's a card of setting yourself free, and so I think you're setting yourself free from the Four of Pentacles. I also feel like you're setting yourself free from expectations. I'm really surprised that the Queen of Wands didn't come up in this reading. It's just given me kind of like Queen of Wands energy. You even have a cat here. The Queen of Wands has a cat. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well. The Queen of Wands is very independent, but the Queen of Wands sets herself free from other people's expectations. She doesn't care what anyone thinks about what she's doing, and I kind of get that feeling off of that Four of Wands, where it's like you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Plain and simple. Here you go. With the Two of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. We're close. So the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive. I feel like this is you here, Capricorn. I feel like you need to embrace this courageous energy, because we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is also a card of foresight. It's a card of looking forward into the future. The King of Wands is kind of a card of foresight. He is innovative, and he uses his creative ideas or his innovative ideas to create success for himself. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to follow your creative ideas or your intuition ideas that you get from your intuition, something like that. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. I love it. If you have been watching me for a while, you know that I love two sixes. So two sixes kind of is confirmation for your path or your journey. It just says that you're going in the right direction, you're on the right path, and you're going in the right direction to get what you want at this time. So a lot of you could just be going in the right direction right now. With the Hermit, you have the Four of Cups. Again, Four of Cups says that you have been disappointed at least 3 times with something in the past, and now you're getting a new offer. So again, Hermit, again, if you're like in Hermit mode and you're isolating yourself, but you're receiving offers to go, spend time with friends or to do something, I would go do it. This could also be like the fear of starting something new. So if you're starting anything new at all, I would say, accept any opportunities that come your way. This time will not be a disappointment. I've been saying this to you for weeks. It's like, I think that a lot of you have been disappointed so many times that it's just hard to want to try again. Whatever. It could be love, business, spirituality, your health. Could be anything that you're working on. And I think you've been disappointed too many times. But, again, I think it's time to try again. With the Seven of Swords, you have the King of Cups. Like, I would be careful of any sneaky energy here. This definitely gives me sneaky vibes. Seven of Swords with the King of Cups is like manipulative emotions, right? Someone who uses emotion to manipulate. So maybe you have a past person that did this. And, again, if you do have a past person, we have all these retrogrades at the end of the year, and I would definitely be careful of manipulative people. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords. I literally said this is a Four of Swords reading at the beginning of the reading, so There you go. Rest, relax, recover. I think the Four of Swords, it's really important that we ask for something as well. This person here there's like a person here that's blessing this other person, and he is hoping and praying for a blessing, but he has to ask. And again, I say this all the time. I think if we want things from the universe, that we have to ask. We have to say, like, I want this or whatever. And another way that we can say that we want something is by taking action towards it. If we take those first few steps to make something happen, even if we don't have the resources with the Queen of Pentacles, as long as we take the first few steps, the universe will move out of the way and we will be able to accomplish what we want. So that's what I would do there. With the Nine of Pentacles, here you go. Like I said, very, very close to a glow up reading for sure. The star says that you are glowing with that Nine of Pentacles. The star is really about having a North Star. It's about kind of following your guiding light or your North Star. And so the star card just says we have to have a goal, wish, dream, and we have to follow that goal, wish, or dream. I get comments all the time from people that say, I don't have a goal, wish, or dream. What do I do? And I always say, like, just come up with something. It doesn't, I think people think like that to have a goal that they have to like change the world or something like that. But really, your goal could be anything, and it could be as big or small as you want. And I would start with small goals, because I think, I'm a big fan of starting small, because really it just gives you confidence, right? When you accomplish those small things, then you start getting more and more confident, and the more confidence you build, the bigger and bigger things that you can accomplish. And that's exactly what I would do with a star, is like, don't be afraid of starting small. There's nothing wrong with it. And also, you'll be successful a lot faster. So, I am convinced. I blew this channel up with 1% improvements. I do literally 1% improvement experiments on this channel all the time. You can see all the experiments I do. It's not hard to guess what they are. And totally changed my life. So I'm a big fan. With the King of Swords, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. Three of Pentacles is also kind of like a shared vision or a shared goal. So you could be, if you are attracting love, or if you want it, which I don't really think this is a love reading, but, obviously some of you still want it. And I would say if you do want it, this would represent attracting a person who has a very similar kind of idea of what a connection should be moving forward, or what they want a connection to look like. So I would make sure that you're following that shared vision, or that shared goal or whatever, or finding a person like that. This could also just say that you're more focused on all relationships being relationships that where you have teamwork, right? With the Justice card, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent marriage. The Hierophant can also represent outside the box thinking. Again, I think you've almost been punished for outside the box thinking ideas over the past few years. And now I think that your ideas are not going to be punished, but you have to overcome that trauma of having been punished for your ideas, right, in the past. So I feel like that's what the Hierophant is saying. With the Four of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. Someone is rushing in, or something is rushing into your life. Definitely could be a person for those of you that want it. If you are getting into a connection, it could move forward very quickly. The Knight of Swords, I also feel, is a card of momentum. It's like you're being set free. But, it's like, imagine if you were like a horse that has only ever lived in a tiny little pen, right? And it's almost like the universe is opening up the door to the, wild green pastures, but you're just still standing inside of the pen. You have to set yourself free. Unleash the beast. I feel like I've said this to you 10 times this year. I feel like you need to unleash the beast. You have this kangaroo. It says unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Yeah, I don't know. We're in a time of chaos till 2033. Wouldn't even worry about it. I've been saying for the past 2 years now that we're going to see a lot of people that are just screaming and crying and yelling about every little thing that happens. And, I don't know. Sometimes I think ignorance is bliss, right? So I don't watch the news. And people are like, oh my God, how dare you not worry about every little thing that's going on in my life? But yeah, I'm not going to be a paranoid freak like you, right? I'm going to live my life and not worry about it, because I know by the time I get to 2033, nothing's going to have changed. Nothing, or a lot of things will have changed for the better, hopefully, but, again, nothing will have happened. You have this dog close up. It says pleasure with a close friend. There you go. I think there's a lot of good friend stuff here with that Three of Pentacles. You have this Wind Chimes card. It says peace and harmony. That's exactly what I would focus on. Yin energy card, the Four of Swords. I would just focus on your own inner peace. You have this fan card. It says romance, celebration, and party. You could be meeting someone at a party. Like I said, there's someone in your energy field, or someone you have your eye on, or whatever the case may be. So I think socializing would be an amazing time for you. Three of Pentacles really, it's coming up in that area of the or the your closest relationships, and so it's really good for the people around you and things like that, and celebrating with those people. Next, you have this handshake card. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yeah, like I said, I really feel this. I wonder if you don't know a person yet, So again, if you are one of those Capricorns that's looking for love, you might not even know this person yet, or maybe you just haven't met them yet, but you're about to. So, if you want love, there you go. I even think if you don't want love, you could be meeting a stranger at like a party or a business or in work or something like that. And, it could really kind of be just a very solid connection. So, again, if you meet a person out of the blue, go for it. I also feel that this could be very good for business. Three of Pentacles. Again, these people are helping him build this by sharing their plans, right? This lady, she has her plans in her hand right here. So there could be a person that you meet that really helps you with business or your career, if that's what you're focused on. I even think like sometimes, like maybe you don't know this person, right? Maybe it's like a YouTube video that you watch or something where it's like you're not like meeting a stranger, but you're watching a stranger and you're learning something from them that could help you. So again, for those of you that have a business or career and that want to learn, I would definitely learn, because you could learn something great. But this is a really good reading here, Capricorn. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.